Mm, y'all see this mess? Now let's talk about it. To be honest, it might be onto something. I never thought about it, but when I very first thought about it, I was like, they might be right. That Frank Mitchell might be the worst black sitcom father. So I did a little research, right? I got a little small criteria together. All the only shows that I watched that is before the 2000s. I wrote it down so I won't be over here just thinking about it. And let's get it. It says George Jefferson, the Jeffersons, D.L. Hughley, the Hughleys. Actually, his name was Darrell Hughley. Oh, Robert Peterson played Robert Townsend in The Parenthood. Ray Campbell played by Tim Reed, Sister Sister. Frank Mitchell played by William Allen Young, Moesha. Carl Winslow, we get to the heavy hitters now. Carl Winslow, played by Reginald V. Johnson. That's how I pronounce it. V. Johnson. Family Matters. James Evans, played by John Amos. Good Times, you know the Good Times. We talking about the Good Times. Heathcliff Huxtable, played by Bill Cosby, The Cosby Shows. And then last but certainly not mother loving least, Philip Banks, played by James Avery, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Guys, let's talk about it, man. I'm going to have to agree with this because when I think about all the other shows that I just named, there's a lot of quotables. There's a lot of scenes that I think of that all them brothers stood out in their own show. I can't think of nothing with Frank Mitchell. Nothing. He was a solid father. And I can't even think of nothing. I just think that the show didn't focus on him. It focused on just the teenage life of Moesha and, her friends, her love and hate relationship with boys and stuff. But I'm going to get a little deep. This is why I believe you people feel like he is the worst black sitcom father. It's because in the last season, it was that he had an affair outside his marriage and had an illegitimate son and then had to move him in. I think because of that is why people deem him the worst father. Not just because he was a bad father, because he was a good, understanding father. There were so many scenes that I remember him being very passionate and being very fatherly like. But I think that has a bad taste in our community. And I want to say this, guys, we shouldn't put this on him because he is not the writer of the show. He was an actor and this guy's under contract, right? So they wrote this in at the last minute and he was basically kind of forced to do this, him and his wife on the show at the time. And that's really ultimately why the show got canceled because of differences of how the show was going, the direction in way the show was going. But if you take that out, I don't want to use the word worse father because he was very fatherly. I would want him to be my father, honestly. I just don't think when it comes to a sitcom, he was very, very rememberable. I don't think you can remember pivotal moments that he did on the show. Cliff Huxtable, yeah. James Avery, yeah, which is, Banks, Philip Banks. I ain't even bring up Rock. You know about Rock. Honestly, I didn't even bring up my favorite. And this is a sleeper. My man from Smart Guy got his name right here. John Jones. He played the character of Floyd Henderson. We didn't even think of a single parent father. We never heard about the mother, anything of that matter. Raising 3 kids, 2 sons and a daughter. Just to think about this is crazy. That is actually the dynamic of my family. My actual siblings' family. Whoa. This is crazy. That show, my mom was in the picture, but my dad had custody of 3 kids. An older brother, older sister. The sister is in the middle, and I'm the youngest. That is crazy. Anyway, I'm going down memory lane. But he's my one because he was a fun father, but he was a real father at the end of the day. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments, but I am inclined to agree. Yeah,